It's Friday, November 30th, 2018. I'm Paul Huckalak. Welcome to TV7.ca News. Today we hear more from MP Michael Cooper. A St. Albert not-for-profit club turns 25. And St. Albert Transit receives a prestigious award. But first, the city of St. Albert is planning an annexation of Edmonton. You heard that right. With the completion of the Anthony Henday, some Edmonton land has been orphaned and is now unserviceable by them. This, plus the annexation of some Sturgeon County land, were discussed with our very own Lisa Ruffiange when she sat down with Mayor Cathy Heron.
Changing topic here, one of the other things that was brought forward not too long ago was the upcoming annexation of about, was it 20 acres?
Oh, no, sorry, there's two annexations going on.
Can you touch on that for me?
There's a small annexation with the city of Edmonton, which when I see Don Iveson, I always giggle because it'll happen, and I can't wait for the front page of the Journal to say St. Albert annexes Edmonton. It's a tiny piece of land. It's the piece of land. It's some of the pieces of land that have been essentially orphaned that are north of the Henday, but they still belong in the city of Edmonton's boundaries. They're orphaned. The city of Edmonton can't service them, or it's really expensive for them to drill pipes under the Henday. So it just makes sense for them to become part of the city of St. Albert. So we're going through those negotiations right now. And there's a specific piece of land in that annexation that we really want to build some recreation on. So that might be the one you're talking about, but there's a big one.
The larger one is the one I was referring to.
Which is not 20 acres. I think it's about 2,100 hectares or something. Hectares. Yes, it's huge.
Yeah, well, there was the smaller one, and that is set aside. Has that been set aside specifically for I guess another arena or some form of civic center?
Yeah, yes. There's a part of it is we're looking for recreation to be sitting there, but there's other pieces that I'm not sure what we'll do with yet. They're just orphaned, so we'll take them over for Edmonton so they don't have to
And then some of the, with regards to the larger annexation that's coming up, some of the residents there, I guess, have some concerns with regards to what that will do long term. I know the city has made some concessions in different tax.
We haven't actually honestly started the negotiations on how we will compensate Sturgeon for that land, because when the boundaries change, we will have to compensate them. The 2007 election involved, I think it was about $80,000 a year for 10 years, and plus a share of some of the Walmart assessment, because that is non-residential assessment that we all really need to make our municipality sustainable. This annexation doesn't really, we're not annexing anything that's built. It's all going to be farmers' fields and land. So it'll be probably some similar conversations. We will probably not, we'll pay them some money for the land, and then the residents that are currently county residents that become St. Albert residents will probably be paying county taxes for quite a number of years until but if they decide to sell their land to a developer and we start putting houses on, then they become part of St. Albert tax base. So it'll be a negotiation process.
Once again, that common sense approach, trying to find a
both Sturgeon County, Sturgeon County's been great. They understand that that we need to grow, and St. Albert's not going to get that land and sprawl all over it within 2 years. We're gonna grow responsibly, which means infill, like the suites you talked about, and higher density, which is the narrower lots in the back alleys and some of that kind of stuff in newer neighborhoods, because we don't want to take up that land if we don't have to.
To watch the full interview, please check out our Facebook page, our website, or our YouTube channel. The Dynamyx Gymnastics Club is celebrating its 25th anniversary this weekend, with an event on Saturday starting at 4:30.
We've got lots of things going on. We have a special formal presentation where we're going to have the mayor, Cathy Heron, come out and present her mayoral certificate for our club being in business for 25 years. We also have a mini historian coming to do a little description of what it was like when the club first started. Then we also have some cake and refreshments to celebrate our 25 years, and we hope to bring back as many people that have been at this club, either as a coach or an athlete, and participate in our reunion.
The not-for-profit club invites past members and anyone interested in the facility to drop in for the celebration.
So Saturday night is part of the festivities that we have going on is our open gym time. So people have to just register online so that we have enough coaches online, coaches on the floor. but they can register online, and they can do that through our website, dynamyxgymnastics.com.
Well, as you may have already heard, TV7.ca will be live streaming Sip, Shop, and Slippers on December 19th from 1 to 7 p.m. During this fun-filled event, local artisans and retailers will help with your last-minute Christmas shopping by showing you their gift ideas. Throughout the day, we will be visiting various local locations and highlighting their last-minute Christmas specials. Kick off your slippers and join us for coffee, treats, and prizes at any of the participating locations. We cap off the day with an after-party at Confections Cake Company. Again, this event will be streamed live on TV7.ca on December 19th.
Yeah, so Sip, Shop, and Slippers, December 19th from 1 to 7 o'clock. We're going to be going around St. Albert and showcasing other businesses beyond Corro, and during that time we'll be showcasing the makers here. So that'll be fun for me, as I don't like talking about myself. I built this for others, so it'll be great. We'll get introduced to some of the makers and their wares, and be able to showcase them, and hope everyone can join us on TV7 as we go live that day and travel around St. Albert and come back to this spot and learn about the makers and their stories. So I'm excited about that.
For more information, or if you'd like to participate in this event, drop us a message on our Facebook page. St. Albert Transit recently received an award for the electric bus project from the Canadian Urban Transit Association in the category of Environment and Sustainability. Councillor Wes Broadhead accepted the award at the 2018 annual conference on November 21st. Each year, CUTA presents the Corporate Leadership Awards in various categories. The Environmental Award recognizes transit systems whose service enhances or protects the environment while meeting transit industry demands. The outcomes can include increased operational efficiency, cost savings, and environmental benefits. The City of St. Albert unveiled the first of 7 long-range, battery-powered electric transit buses in early 2017. These buses are Canada's first municipally owned long-range electric buses and currently operate on both local and commuter routes. The electric buses are quieter than diesel buses, reduce operational costs and greenhouse gas emissions, and can make multiple trips without recharging. Charging of the buses take place during lower electricity usage hours, such as late evening and nighttime. To learn more about the electric buses, visit the city's website. Coming up, some Perron District businesses have some special hours for Christmas shopping, and we talk about one man's venture into politics.
Nothing is funnier than a box full of puppies. And despite our best efforts, we can't compete. TV7.ca, slightly less entertaining than a box full of puppies.
Let's go. It's a party on my planet. Yeah. All the girls here and you know we run it. Lamp on the floor, drinks spilling from the ceiling. Let's lose control, get lost from it. Let's go.
Early this week, we stopped by one of St. Albert's newest and most eclectic stores. Corro Collective is located on St. Albert Trail across from the McDonald's and is this week's business spotlight.
Gwen Turner. I have opened Corro Collective, 28 Muir Drive in St. Albert, Alberta, and we're a boutique of handmade artisans. It was inspired by the handmade community, and we are building a space to showcase their products. So Corro means circle of people in Spanish, and we just have circle of people as our motto, so we want to build a community and a circle of people that can be here. A place where everyone can come and just be. So our motto here is be a good person, and I guess you're allowed in the doors if you are a good person. So we have jewelers, designers and creators, and like Carrie from Sentimental Gems. She would call herself the Crystal Whisperer. So beyond her product line is just a lot of meaning behind her products. We have crocheters and knitters and skincare lines, fabric artists and actual artists. So painters, designers and makers that are coming in constantly. So I'm expecting deliveries this week and up and coming until Christmas. Hopefully everyone can come down and visit us here, and you might not get the chance to leave because I love learning about you. So just come visit us here at Corro.
Well, Michael Cooper, MP for St. Albert, sat down with our very own Lisa Ruffiange and talked about how he got into politics.
How did you get involved in politics? In prepping for this interview, I did watch a substantial amount of your camera time out in Ottawa, some here in the city, and I'm noticing you're probably the youngest face I have seen involved in this type of politics in quite some time. Can you walk us through? You've got a degree, and then you meandered into this. How did that work out for you?
Sure. Well, I'm not the youngest MP, but I'm one of the younger MPs. Mm-hmm. I got involved in politics at a young age, and it had always been an interest of mine, and my parents, who really were not political, actually encouraged me to follow that and get involved in a political party. So I joined the Provincial Conservative Party when I was 14, and it wasn't long after that I got involved federally. Mm-hmm. And over the years, I stayed involved and through the party, serving in a number of different capacities, from a member of the national executive of the party, to serving as a local riding president, to managing campaigns, to doing all the other stuff, including knocking on doors, making phone calls, putting up signs, you name it. Wow. I did it. Mm-hmm. But I also was active more broadly in the community. Mm-hmm. And so in terms of how did I end up running, I'll tell you, it wasn't something that I necessarily anticipated. It was a whole set of events that transpired. And I was busy practicing law when our sitting member of Parliament, Brent Rathgaber, decided to leave the Conservative Party and become an independent. And so that opened up the nomination for the Conservative Party. And over a few months, a lot of people in the party and some in the community approached me and asked whether I would consider running. And again, I was busy practicing law, and it was a big decision. And I had to size up who the competition might be. Was there an opportunity? And after having a lot of discussions, it became clear that the support was there to make a good run. And so I got a good team together, ran for the party nomination. We sold a lot of memberships. I met a lot of people in the community, and I was successful at the nomination stage, and then ultimately won the election, and now for the past 3 years have been the Member of Parliament for St. Albert Edmonton.
Yeah, in 2015, and you never looked back.
That's right.
To watch the full interview, please check out our Facebook page. Today on Financial Focus, Crystal Lucier talks to financial advisor Sarah LaBarge.
I want money.
Today we're talking with Sarah LaBarge, financial advisor, about protecting yourself and your family, as well as your business, and what the importance is. So Sarah, tell me just really quickly a little bit about what you do.
So Crystal, I specialize, I do life insurance, health insurance, and investments. I work with families as well as business owners to protect what's most important to them.
And what's the biggest issue that you see when meeting with a business client?
With business clients, they don't realize that there are other strategic ways to plan their retirement and pass on what they've built up to family members in a more tax efficient way than what they've been taught back in the day.
And I think that what we're trying to convey to people on a regular basis is how important it is for you to ensure that your professionals work together for your benefit. I often tell people it's a little bit like that telephone game. If your professionals are not speaking directly with each other, then you may not be relaying a message properly.
Yeah, and that's what I find is great with working with you, because we can share that information confidentially because of the licensing that we hold and the agreement that we have with our clients.
Excellent. Thank you for coming in today. I love talking about tax efficient ways to be able to introduce products and things to other businesses in town. Thank you for joining us today. This is Crystal Lucier with TV7.ca.
I want money.
And in the days leading up to Christmas, 6 businesses in downtown St. Albert will stay open until 8 p.m. on Wednesday the 12th and 19th, and Thursday the 13th and 20th. The exhibition, being called Late Night Holiday Shopping, is a great time to explore downtown St. Albert and all the locally made unique items the businesses offer. It is also a wonderful way to show support for local retail businesses.
The Art Gallery of St. Albert decided to get some businesses together in the downtown area to do some just staying open late, basically, a few days in December, just to encourage people in St. Albert to come and shop downtown. It gives them a bit of extra time. So many people in St. Albert commute back and forth from Edmonton for work, so actually staying open a bit later gives them a chance to come to us once they're done work.
Participating shops include the Art Gallery of St. Albert, the Bookstore on Perron, Wildflower Boutique, Cloud9 Pajamas, Modernized Gallery and Gift, and Cerulean Boutique.
So our gallery shop is mostly handmade goods by local and regional artists. So I think the furthest away is Capri Blue, who's Langley, BC. But then, I mean, pretty much everyone else around me is St. Albert and Edmonton made. So unique gifts, one of a kind, just extra special.
That's it for today. If you have any news tips or community events you'd like to share, please message us on Facebook or drop us an email at news@tv7.ca. For all of us at the channel, I'm Paul Huckelak.